SaskTel Center in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. This is the National Lacrosse League. Hi everyone, welcome inside. I'm Dave Thomas along with Casey Guerin getting set for tonight's matchup between the Saskatchewan Rush and the Vancouver Stealth. And Casey, two teams that may not like a lot of each other right now.
Well, it's two teams battling for a playoff spot, but Vancouver's played the Rush really well over the past 2 years. The only team to beat them twice last year, including the home opener and first ever professional lacrosse game here in the province of Saskatchewan.
Now, you look at the standings in the West Division, and obviously things are very, very tight, and anything can happen.
Well, Vancouver's really fighting for their playoff lives right now. Currently in third spot in the West, looking to move up, and they're fending off Calgary at the moment. The Rush, on the other hand, are guaranteed a playoff spot. With the win here tonight, they'll guarantee a home playoff game, but they won't be settled with that. It's going to be, they'll be looking for the first spot this year.
Now, we had a chance to catch up with head coach Jamie Batley of the Vancouver Stealth, and he talked about tonight's matchup. Well, Jamie, as some may be looking ahead to next week in your matchup with Calgary, these are a very important 2 points here tonight.
Yeah, we're not looking ahead at all. We're coming in here to win, and we think we match up well against the Rush, and that's it. Yeah, we're not looking ahead.
You've had Saskatchewan's number. What's been the key to your success?
Well, I don't know if we have their number or not. They dominated us last time we were here and worked hard on transition. I thought we played a solid 60 minutes in Vancouver, and that's what we'll have to do tonight.
You're coming into a hostile building. How do you prepare the team for that? They've been here before.
Just trying not to get too much beer on you.
Coach, thanks so much for this, and have the best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, it's obviously a tough place to play, Casey. And when you look at this building and what home field advantage would mean for the Saskatchewan Rush, it's big.
Well, it is. And the Rush are 6-0, undefeated at home so far this year, and, sell out every game. And this crowd is the loudest in the NLL. It's a tough place to play. Again, Vancouver's played well here, but they're going to be in tough tonight.
And those thoughts weren't lost on Rush captain Chris Corbeil, who we spoke to earlier. Chris, short term, you're playing a team that you've lost to this year and took 2 wins away from you last year. What do you need to do to beat Vancouver?
Well, they got a very potent offense, so we're going to do our best to limit time and space for those guys, and try our best to shut down their transition game too. We know they like to run against us and try and catch us sleeping, so our offense got to be pretty smart about getting off the floor and making sure we cut off that transition. Long
term, you can clinch a home playoff date. What does that mean?
Well, it means everything when you play in this building. Our fans are fantastic, and they bring the energy. It's so phenomenal playing here, and obviously our home record reflects that. So, locking down a home playoff game would be very big and huge for us.
Appreciate this, Chris. All the best.
My pleasure. Thank you.
The Saskatchewan Rush, the Vancouver Stealth, the National Lacrosse League from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. First face-off is moments away.
Got Digby on the take, scores.
Now back over to Dane Smith with a shot. Hit the goal post inside, he scores!
Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today.
Missed the action in the NLL last weekend? Maybe you want a little analysis. Mia Gordon and Tyson Geik break things down twice a week in the NLL's flagship show, The Box. Catch all of the highlights, scores, and exclusive interviews in both our pre- and post-game episodes every week on NLLTV.com.
From security that they keep an eye on you, Rush Nation, because you're a little too rowdy. You're a little too loud. So please, could you do the Vancouver coach a favor and keep it down tonight? Sorry, what was that? Okay, just don't shoot the messenger. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials, crew chief Chris Williams, assistant referees Matt Garrison and Matt Robinson, and your shot clock operator Marcus Fisher. All right, Rush Nation, at this time, remember, don't spook them. Take it easy on them. Because we don't want to shake them. Please welcome the Vancouver Steps.
I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me on my energy. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me on my energy. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me on my energy. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me on my energy. I got enemies,
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask this time you please rise and welcome Trevor Wingerter to perform "Oh Canada."
Oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy son's commands. With glowing hearts we see thee right, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
Saskatchewan Rush Lacrosse, live on 98 Cool.
Now, time for the opening face-off.
Here's the voice of the Rush,
Dave Thomas.
The National Lacrosse League and 98 Cool are pleased to present a rubber match that could clinch some home cooking or a step closer to the postseason. Good evening, everyone, from SaskTel Center in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I'm Dave Thomas, along with Casey Guerin to my right and Todd Joyce between the benches tonight for the Saskatchewan Rush and the visiting Vancouver Stealth. Your starting lineups brought to you by Dodge City Auto for the Rush. Starting in goal will be goaltender Stone Cold Aaron Bold, #1 in wins in the NLL with a save percentage of .761 and a goals against of 1129. His adversary made 55 saves the last the game that these two teams faced one another. That's Tyler Belanger. He comes in with a record of 4-7 on the season with a goals against average, which is third in the National Lacrosse League of 11.13, and a save percentage which is tied for first at .790. Also on the floor to start, Kyle Rubish, Curtis Knight, Chris Corbeil, Aaron Soroketti, and Jeremy Thompson for the hometown Rush, who are wearing their black and green adorned jersey, while the visiting Stealth, wearing their white with the red trimmed jersey, will have Ryan Wagner, Justin Salt, Ty Belanger, as mentioned, in goal, Joel McCready, Brandon Cleland, and Peter McFetridge on the floor as we get started. But a very special presentation is taking place on the floor. But boy, you can feel the buzz, you can feel the atmosphere. It must be Rush game night, Casey Guerin.
Well, it certainly is. And ever since the Rush moved here at the start of last year, it's been nothing but craziness here in the province of Saskatchewan with lacrosse. And what better time to have the Twitter Game of the Week live on Twitter and NLL TV, but on Lacrosse Day in Saskatchewan here, it's been quite the day.
Absolutely, and yes, tonight, folks, you can listen to 98 Cool on Twitter. Go to nll.twitter.com, and you can follow along here tonight as Mark Bure is getting the James McFall Award. Boy, I tell you, Mark, one of the hardest working guys in the building, and I know that he gets to hang with Todd Joyce, who's down between the benches tonight. And Todd, I'm sure you can already start to feel the anticipation between the two clubs here this evening.
You know, the energy down here tonight is electric. You can feel it. It's a little bit different than it has been other times. And I don't know, Dave, if it's because it's your first game or what, but I'm excited for this one. There's a towel sitting beside me, though, and that towel is the pink eye towel. So Mark has told me that Mark Matthews is no longer contagious with his double pink eye, but they have still put in the precautions to keep that towel away from everyone. So we'll see how that goes. But if he plays anything like he did last week with it, we're in for a treat of a game.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. Yeah, 2 pink eyes. I don't know how you see out of them, but he did pretty good.
He's a special player, I'll tell you. And it seems like nothing can stop him. And you know, he's just got such vision on the floor, and he's really the quarterback of this Rush offense.
Taking a further look at the rosters, some scratches for you. James Ray not in the lineup tonight for the Vancouver Stealth. Neither is John Harnett. For the Saskatchewan Rush, you pointed this out right away, Casey. First of all, Dan Taylor is a scratch, as is backup goaltender Tyler Carlson, awaiting the birth of a child with his wife. So we wish Tyler all the best back home. But into the lineup, boy, a big name, and this is a big boost, right?
Well, it is, and you know, especially for a defensive player, McGrady drawing in tonight, and you know, for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games this year, what you have to do is just make sure that you're communicating with your defensive partners, and don't make any mistakes. Keep it simple, and keep the communication up, and it sounds like we're ready to go here.
We're ready to go. Thomas Hogarth is also in the lineup for Vancouver tonight, his first game since March the 12th. As we're ready to go in mid-floor, Jeremy Thompson, he's getting set to square off with Brandon Cleland of the Vancouver Stealth. And we're set to go. It's SaskTel Center, Saskatchewan Rush Lacrosse is underway. Opening draw is won by Thompson. He'll take it into the offensive zone. His pass will bounce off Soroketti, and then he'll take a slash. Turned over momentarily, the Rush will scoop it up. Captain Corbeil throws it near side. That pass is complete down into the corner as Dinsdale will drop it off there. The Rush offense come onto the floor, just underway tonight at SaskTel Center. Church comes off the bench. Will swing it down to the left wing corner. Dinsdale looks for a man, far side. That's Matthews. Matthews a couple of steps into the middle for Jones. And that ball bounces off the webbing of his stick. And Vancouver will clear it near the benches. But a whistle goes, and they'll be allowed to reset on the offensive side and bring it into Saskatchewan territory. 40 seconds gone, scoreless tonight at SaskTel Center as the Stealth bring it in on the left wing side. Going to throw it back for Dutch, and he'll shoot and score. And a big goal for Reese Dutch, who is number 11 in the NLL in points, and he gets a big goal just 49 seconds in to open the scoring.
Well, if you give Dutch time and space from that outside shooter position, he's going to do that all night. And first shot on net and beauty from outside. You know what's interesting, Dave, is what I was thinking on the face-off there. Cleveland taking that draw. That's his first of the year. You look at Brandon Fowler's been taking draws. He's out of the lineup, as well as Jarrett Toll. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic to keep an eye on here if Jeremy Thompson can really own the face-off circle tonight.
And Thompson wins another one, Casey, bang on. As Thompson will kick it back to McIntosh, who'll be joining us in after hours tonight. Plays it far side for Soroketti into the middle, and that shot goes off the arm of the goaltender, a high one, but the Rush get the ball back. The hockey player in me is coming out here early on tonight as McIntosh takes it, swings it far side on the right side. Rush look to penetrate, gonna wind up and shoot this Keenan. He's just wide to the left, and the Stealth come back in transition. Long lead feed for McFetridge. He'll come across the line, stop it up, and allow the offense to come back on for Corey Conway. Conway dances near the boards, now plays it back to the middle. The goal scorer, Dutch, has it. Carries through the middle and then dumps it off to the left-hand side. Penetrating again, shot high on Bold. He'll make the save. You go ahead and reset the clock as there's a broken stick on the field. Vancouver reclaim the ball. 13 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Ball comes to Schuss. He's got it, winds, fires, and that's a floater as it goes off bodies, but he's able to get the rebound. in the right wing corner. Survives a check. Now played back to the point to Dutch. Dutch throws it far side to the left. Again, sticks flying everywhere in front of the Rush goal. He's taking a step out was McCready, and he's bodied off the ball, and the Rush will get a new 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was good defense there by the Rush. Important to get a stop there, get into the flow of the game here as the first shot went in on Bold.
Matt Beers knocks the ball away from Dill, takes the shot, Bold with a save, another save. What a great quick hand as Aaron Bold able to rob the Stealth, who came in on 2-on-1 after the turnover right at the Rush logo at center field. Rush will bring it back. Dumped off to the far side, trying to scoop it towards the goal. Wasn't going to happen there for the Rush and Marty Dinsdale. Stealth bring it back up the floor on the left wing side. Played to Dutch, who comes off the bench. Dutch, the only goal in this game as Vancouver leads the hometown Rush 1-0. His pass, though, is errant, and it'll go back over. The Rush will reclaim possession with 3 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. 1-0 Saskatchewan leads. They'll set up the offense. Dinsdale in the left wing corner for Church. Back to McIntosh, back for Dinsdale. He'll fake a shot, pull it back, throw far side. Looking for Keenan. Into the corner he goes. Wine, fire, scores! Pound your chest, Saskatchewan. Rush goal! Ryan Jones puts the home team on the board.
Well, that was certainly, it looked like Belanger thought Adam Jones was looking for the dish there, and he steps back and rips one top corner, and that was a nice shot, and it looked like it just, Belanger wasn't quite ready for that shot right there coming from Adam Jones.
Nice shot, nice goal, and we're even at 1 at SaskTel Center. As we get set for another face-off. Again, Thompson will win it, or be given possession, pardon me. He'll take the ball just inside the center line. Throws it near side for Curtis Knight. He'll go far side for a man. Carrying it in. Takes the shot. Scores! Saskatchewan! Adrian Soroketti puts it home. And the Rush get their first lead of the night.
Well, if you're new to lacrosse or haven't seen much of it, such a huge dynamic is face-offs and loose balls. Gaining that extra possession, and we talked about it already, how big the face-offs are going to be. It could really be a distinguishable factor here, because Jeremy Thompson, one of the best in the league, coming in against someone taking his first draws of the year. Soroketti picks up the loose ball off that face-off, comes down and puts one past Ty Belanger.
Cleland and Thompson do it again, but this time the fans got so loud that Thompson flinched. That allows Vancouver to gain possession as they'll try to stem the tide. Ball comes near side as the forward and attacking unit of the Vancouver Stealth come onto the floor. Small has it, goes down towards the corner, gonna throw it out front. Coming in, making a move once again was Dutch, and he's knocked off the ball, and the Rush start back the other way. Jeff Cornwall across midfield. Gets to the restraining line, he'll hold up. Look for Jones, the goal scorer. He scored the Rush's first tonight. He's got it, twisting, turning, far side, looking for Matthews. Matthews steps out, and his shot just goes over top of the cage. Comes to McIntosh, though. McIntosh looks to the left, now going to throw it off for Church. His shot off the goaltender, and it'll go and spill over to Jones on the far side. He'll swing it to McIntosh near side. Down low, looking for Church. Church has a man who's coming off the bench is Dinsdale. Plays it for Jones, far side for Matthews. Matthews back to Church. Church looks, 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Marty Dinsdale pulls up to shoot. He can't come down with it. His shot goes high and wide. Now Church on the rebound. Shot right on and almost through the goaltender. Ty Belanger had to retreat back in his crease and is able to come up with the ball.
That was a nice set there by the Rush. Couple offensive rebounds. Nice sets, couple pick and rolls. Just couldn't put one past Belanger there.
Corey Conway of the Stealth brings it into the middle for Small. His shot stopped by the right hand of the goaltender, Stone Cold Aaron Bold, and he'll play it up as the Rush come back in transition. 10:05 to go in the opening quarter. Saskatchewan leading Vancouver 2-1. Robert Church comes onto the floor. He'll pass it off far side. Looking. Going to try to find Church again. Instead, it's Dinsdale. Marty Dinsdale.
Interesting, they have 4 right-hand shots on the floor to the Rush.
Ball far side, shot, Keenan scores! Keenan had 3 last week. He's pounded his chest again with another one tonight.
Well, that was just such an odd set because, you know, at any given shift, you want 3 of one shot and 1 and 2 of the other. the rush it probably wasn't on purpose, but they end up with 4 right-hand shots on the floor at the same time, leaving Keenan on the other side, kind of by himself, isolated, gets a shot off and beats Ty Belanger, puts the rush up 2 here in the first quarter.
Cleland and Thompson to face it off again. 9:44 to go in the first quarter. The Dodge City first quarter with the Rush leading 3-1. Thompson, scramble draw. He's going to pick it up, take a hit, but he keeps on trucking with that ball. Tosses it off far side. Rush going to set up their offense. Squirming it near side. Now going to play it all the way down to the left wing corner. Rush offense again coming onto the floor as Robert Church will take the feed from Knight. Goes far side for Matthews, takes a step inside, then he fires one just high and wide. Rebound off the goaltender's shoulder, and it'll come out across the restraining line, and Vancouver goes back on the attack. Up the floor, McFetridge, gonna try a right-handed shot. Can't get anything on it, so he decides better and holds onto it to allow the Vancouver offense to come onto the floor and go to work. Pass near side, twisting, turning. Jordan Durston with the ball, gonna dish it off, now far side. Backhand pass, picked off by the Rush, and they'll start in transition. Long lead feed, he's got it, looking for Sorokin, in he comes, takes the shot, and a big save by the goaltender as the Matt McGrady looked like he had a step, and indeed he did, but the goaltender Belanger able to stop him. And then a turnover deep inside Vancouver territory, and with 8:36, we're going to get a stoppage. 3-1, the Rush leading the Stealth. You're watching and listening to Saskatchewan Rush and the National Lacrosse League.
Tyson, I don't know about you, but even though 2017 isn't over, I'm already excited for the 2018 NLL season.
And I think that's because the 2017 season has been so exciting. There's been so many games that have been decided by just one single goal. Lots of games go into overtime, some highlight reel plays on any given night. Games you just don't want to miss.
It has been action-packed for sure, and fans, if you're like me and already counting down the days until 2018 NLL season, well, we have some news for you. You can renew and subscribe to NLLTV.com today for the 2018 season. And if you do it now, you're gonna get a discount on your subscription.
Also, a chance to win a pair of tickets to the 2017 Champions Cup Final. Lots on the line.
Also, you can win a meet and greet with your favorite player or the commissioner himself. There are so many incredible prizes if you renew today, so don't miss out on this opportunity.
Hold up, wait a minute, 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 hold up, wait a minute.
Dave Thomas, Casey Guerin, Todd Joyce back at SaskTel Center. The Rush leading the Stealth 3-1 with the Stealth going to the sin bin. So the Rush will be on the power play. But, you know, we always love collecting memorabilia, Todd. And, well, there's some memorabilia that's truly game-worn tonight.
Well, it's interesting. I was talking to Mark Barrett about this. Captain Corbeil here, he got a brand new helmet today. And to do some game-worn stuff, he autographed an old one. First broken helmet of the year, it shattered, and they had to get that autographed one back up, tape up the autograph, and go from there. So he's wearing an old game-worn one that is signed even.
There you go. Someone's going to have a great story to tell as the Stealth take the ball as the Rush are on the power play. First time tonight for the Saskatchewan Rush power play. Their power play brought to you by BN Metals. Stealth doing a nice job of just killing some time here on this man advantage that has 90 seconds to run for the Rush. In the sin bin for the Stealth is Thomas Hogarth, playing his first game since March the 12th. Rush finally going to get a turnover, and they'll bring it back up the floor. 7:50 to go in the opening quarter. A minute 14 to go in the Rush manpower advantage. Saskatchewan leading the visiting Stealth 3-1. Robert Church takes the ball as he comes onto the floor, plays it down low for McIntosh. Back to Matthews in the middle of the floor. Matthews throws far side, near side. Now we'll go down low looking for Keenan. Keenan back for Matthews. Winds, fires. That's off the goaltender's arm. McIntosh quick on the rebound, scoops it up. 49 seconds to go on the Rush power play. Saskatchewan with the ball. Mid-floor. Matthews flips it backhand. Takes the shot by Jones. It's loose in the crease, and Finally, the Vancouver goaltender Belanger, after making a couple of big stops on the power play, will clear it to his defenseman, and the Stealth bring it up the floor. Off the bench to collect is Reese Dutch. He's got the lone goal tonight for the Stealth. Played back to the midpoint for McCready, who will dump it off to Dutch, who's on the far boards. Again, just looking to kill time. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Small takes a shot shorthanded, and that goes off the bottom of the iron, all the way back into Stealth territory. What a shot by the number 2 scorer in the NLL this season.
I was going to say, what a rope there by Corey Small. You can see why he's the second leading scorer in the NLL right now.
Now there's a turnover deep inside the territory of the Stealth, and Cornwall came up with a backhand shot. Taking his time now, near the end of the power play for Jeff Cornwall. Gonna play it back to the point. Soroketti now for Cornwall. His shot stopped by Belanger. Loose ball in the Vancouver crease, scooped up by the Stealth, and as they start to bring it back, we're gonna get a cross-check call against Matt Beers.
Yeah, it looked like he took Church down with a cross-check to the back.
Well, I was going to talk about shorthanded situations, and the Saskatchewan Rush, the bottom of the league, have given up 10 shorthanded goals thus far this season. They almost gave up 11.
Yeah, you're right. They have been giving up a lot. They've also been scoring a lot.
That's true.
Robert Church, for example, he leads the league with 18 power play goals this year. And, you know, you just keep tempting fate. If you put the Rush on the power play, they're going to convert.
Well, they've done so the third most this year in the National Lacrosse League with a 55.9% proficiency rating. The penalty kill of Vancouver is 9th. Rush start to move the ball around as they go to work on the power play. They don't have the time up on the clock, so perhaps this isn't a true power play, but indeed it is, as it's an odd man situation. Church gets the ball, looks for a couple of men, whether it was McIntosh, I'm not sure, or was it maybe Matthews? Regardless, McIntosh scoops it up, brings it in, makes a man miss, shoots, scores, top shelf, top goal. Power play marker for the Rush.
You know, beauty play there by Benny Mack. That is just not a conventional power play goal. Picks it up around half, takes it in on an odd man rush there, and just sidearm up and over Ty Belanger. And again, you know, we say, just talking about how good the Rush power play is, not exactly how you draw it up there on the power play, but they're going to take that one.
No, I don't think Jeff McComb drew that one up in practice last night, but it works. Rush up 4-1 on the Stealth, 5:51 to go here in the opening quarter. Again, epic face-off, this time won by Vancouver, and then we're going to get a penalty right inside as Kyle Rubish got extra physical with his man right below us here at SaskTel Center. 5:40 to go as the Stealth look to stem the tide as the Rush have scored 4 straight goals since Dutch Reese opened the scoring here early on for the Stealth. Turnover, though, as LaFontaine will have it. Throws it up the floor in transition. Coming back the other way of the Rush, looking for Knight, and Curtis Knight. Boy, nice job by Beers to go ahead and put a stick on that ball. Turn it over for the Stealth. Now 2-on-1 down low. Looking for Small at the side of the net. Jeff Cornwall's going to battle there. Loose ball picked up by the Stealth, who've done a nice job of that here this evening. Schuss plays it back for Small off the bench. Back to Schuss in the right wing corner. Schuss plays it near side. 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Big shot right on, but Dutch doesn't hit the net. And now in transition, can Cornwall find it? Indeed he does. Cornwall, man on man, going to slow things down. Looking for an outlet pass back near the line. Comes to Robert Church near side, down low. Curtis Knight has it. Knight just going to allow Dinsdale to come on from the bench. Plays it to Knight in the left wing corner. Knight going to back it out far side. Matthews a line to the net, going to dump it off near side in the middle, intended for Keenan. One extra pass, and it's picked off by the Stealth. Come back the other way. Into the zone, long lead pass that goes over top of the stick of O'Doherty, and back come the Rush. Rush storm out of their end. It's Thompson. Thompson leaves it back for Keenan, back to Thompson. His shot goes off the crossbar and just wide. 4:11 to go. Stealth try to bring it back the other way. It comes near center. Keenan going to pick it up, plays it for the captain, Chris Corbeil. Corbeil for McIntosh, played it far side. Looking, 3:58 to go for the Rush, who have the ball. Matthews, long shot right on, and Belanger makes the save. He'll scoop up the ball and look for a long outlet pass, which he'll find on the left wing side. Stealth will bring on the offense as Dutch once again comes near side, high pass for Schuss. He'll take it. Go to the far side. Nice run. Has a lane to go to the Stealth. Right in on goal. And they're going to call a crease violation on the Stealth. And with 3:33 to go, we'll get a timeout. Saskatchewan leading Vancouver 4-1. You're listening to Rush Lacrosse on 98 Cool.
Welcome, lacrosse fans. Tyson Geik of NLL Productions here with you right now, and I'm joined by Shay Hewen, CEO and founder of the U-Hawk Camera. We have some exciting news for you today. The NLL has officially partnered with the U-Hawk Camera, the new official action camera of the National Lacrosse League. Shay, an exciting moment, for both parties here.
Yeah, it's an incredible day. It's a big step and a big moment in the history of sports. And for the National Lacrosse League to be the first league to step up and bring actual player point of view, video footage to fans at home in the actual real raw competition in the season, it's a monumental day, and we're very excited to be the official camera provider to be a part of that.
Missed the action in the NLL last weekend? Maybe you want a little analysis. Mia Gordon and Tyson Geik break things down twice a week in the NLL's flagship show, The Box. Catch all of the highlights, scores, and exclusive interviews in both our pre- and post-game episodes every week on NLLTV.com.
Today for more information.
Dave Thomas, Casey Guerin, Todd Joy's with you back at SaskTel Center. You've heard of the turf monster. Well, there really is one tonight, Todd?
Yeah, the turf monster is alive and well at this game today. Right in front of the Vancouver bench, there was a hump. The turf was lifted a little bit from when they're rolling it down. It caught a couple rush players off. During the break, the Vancouver Stealth were trying to pat it down as good as they can, so we'll see if that works as the game progresses.
All right, so next he's going to tell me there's a boogeyman too. Vancouver brings the ball back up the floor after the rush. Pulled the goaltender Aaron Bold to try to get something off the restart. Doesn't work, and the Stealth have the ball. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Durston plays the ball back near the midfield stripe. Conway plays it now for Small near side. Down low, looking, throws back to the middle for Dutch. Can't find a man, now trying to get the perimeter. Over to Dutch inside, and his shot was low, and it's actually going to escape the playing surface up over top of the glass.
Well, as high-powered as this Vancouver Stealth offense is, they really do go in some goal droughts every once in a while and really go without good opportunities. And it's not looking good for them if they can't put a full 60 together on offense.
2:41 to go. Stealth trailing 4-1 here. Low shot by Dinsdale goes off a man, and it'll trickle to the corner far side. Cliff Smith picks it up there for the Stealth. Long lead pass for Wagner. Tries to set up something in transition. Instead, we'll think better of it, and we'll just pitch it to Small. Corey Small plays it down towards the right wing corner, now near the back line. Far side pitch by the Stealth. Looking, gonna throw it near side. Shot right on. Aaron Bold makes the save, and it's picked up by Dilks. Dilks will retreat behind his goal, and then we'll clear it up on that right wing side, allowing the Rush to come onto the field with their offense. 2:02 to go here in the opening quarter. Mark Matthews takes the pass. Down low for Church, who stumbles on that turf. Played for Marty Dinsdale. Far side for the pitch, just didn't go for Matthews. I was wondering if there was something wrong with his stick. Nothing wrong there, and it goes to Small for Vancouver, starting back the other way. 1:43 to go as it's taken by Beers. Beers near side, passes to Small, back for Beers. He'll wait for Dutch to come on. Reese Dutch with the ball, number 10 for Vancouver, the lone goal scorer for the Stealth. He'll take another shot right on, saved by Aaron Bold. Fresh 30 back on the clock with 1:24 to go in the opening quarter. Saskatchewan leading Vancouver 4-1. Ball pitched into the corner for the Stealth. Going to bring it back near the restraining line. Far pass. What a play by Rubish to pick it off for Saskatchewan. And they'll start back in transition. Has Corbeil. And off the bench is Keenan. For Corbeil, tried to quick stick it, and he couldn't get enough lumber on it. Now he'll play it in behind the goal. Twisting, turning is Curtis Knight. Going to allow the offense to come onto the floor. Marty Dinsdale goes far side. Want to look to penetrate the perimeter is Keenan. Plays it near side now for Knight. Curtis Knight. Gonna wind fire, and his shot is armed away by the goaltender Belanger. That's the 15th shot by the Saskatchewan Rush here in the opening quarter. Now 40 seconds to go, and the Vancouver stealth with Jordan Durston will bring it in to the Saskatchewan zone. A long shot handled neatly by Aaron Bold. His pass, though, no one was really looking for. It falls errant, and McIntosh will bring it into the Vancouver end. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. 18 seconds to go on the shot clock, so there is a disparity of about 2 seconds. So Aaron Bold going to stay in the net. Feed for McIntosh near side. Looks down low for Knight. Knight tries to find some dancing room, and he'll just spin fire off the goaltender Belanger, but Knight gets the rebound. 1 second to go, and Matthews had the stick cocked and ready to fire, but won't get it off as the buzzer sounds to end the opening quarter. 4-1 Saskatchewan leading Vancouver here at SaskTel Center. This is the National Lacrosse League on 98 Cool.
Kevin Strunk here.
He's got Digby on the take, scores.
Now back over to Dane Smith with a shot. Hit the goal post inside, he scores!
Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today.
To the voice of the Rush, Dave Thomas.
15 minutes in the books tonight here at SaskTel Center. Saskatchewan leading Vancouver 4-1, and maybe of equal significance the game tonight in Calgary, Casey Garrett.
Well, certainly as far as the Vancouver Stealth are concerned, right now the Calgary Roughnecks are leading the Buffalo Bandits 6-2 at halftime.
Shots.
So that's big for the Stealth if they can, if the Calgary loses that game.
Absolutely, it is. Of course, Vancouver entered the night half a game ahead of Calgary in the West Division standings. So we'll swap ends. Rush will move from left to right here in this second quarter. Shots on goal in the opening 15. The Rush out shooting Vancouver 16-10 as Thompson scoops up the draw. Another win in the face-off circle for Thompson, and he'll play it off to Rubish. Rubish going to try to feather a pass in, and it was put right into the stick and netting of the Stealth defender. Rush offense onto the floor for the first time in the second quarter. They're leading 4-1 over Vancouver. Jones with the ball. Going to play it far side for McIntosh. For Church. Church attacks the middle. Back to Matthews for Church. Into the middle for Jones. Or pardon me, McIntosh. He's shot right on. Big save for Belanger. Airs it out. As Vancouver going to try to work in transition. Played down low. Going to twist and turn, and moving away is Cornwall, and Travis Cornwall eventually going to come off the floor as the Vancouver offense comes on to work. Dutch plays it near side for Conway. Back to the point for McCready. Back for Dutch. Dutch gets bodied there, and then going to twist and turn back towards the middle of the floor. comes for McCready. McCready tries the left, dances towards the right. His shot goes off a leg and wide. He'll get the reset though. McCready going to slow things down with the ball in the left wing quarter. Plays it back for Conway. Far side for Small. Bringing it to the middle of the Vancouver Stealth. Trailing by 3. Comes to Conway. Far side shot that's going to bounce over top of the cage, and Bold, he'll just rescue it there and look for an outlet pass. Plays it up the wing for Adam Jones. Jones for the Rush. Going to dump it off into the corner for Matthews as Marty Dinsdale comes on along with Ryan Keenan, who had a hat trick last week and one already tonight. Played far side. Rush looking to attack the middle for Keenan. He'll set up once, stop. Matthews tries to go far side. Extra move for Curtis Knight. Knight able to track down the loose ball, but then is going to give it up as the Stealth. A nice job on defense by Lintz, and he'll get it up the floor. 13 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The second quarter tonight for Motion Fitness. Played for Shaws as he comes on to the floor. McCready on the left wing side. Going to throw it back for Dutch. Reese Dutch makes a man miss. Going to dance towards the middle. Big save, Aaron Bold, as he's able to stop Dutch. And then a long outlet feed for Thompson. Thompson going to the cage. Shoots, scores! Jeremy Thompson. What a goal. What a feed.
Well, that was a nice dish there by Aaron Bold. Finds Thompson on the run, makes no mistake in on the breakaway there. And you know, I was just thinking, Dave, the last time these two teams played, it was Vancouver, whose transition game ran all over the Rush when their offense couldn't get going and get off the floor quick enough. The Vancouver Stealth really made them pay, and I was thinking, so far, it's been pretty responsible here from the offensive players getting off the floor in time. That time, Vancouver doesn't, and they get scored on.
So Cleland will face off with Messenger, and Messenger will get the better of Cleland, and he'll carry into the Stealth zone. Messenger plays it back near the point. Ryan Dilks has it, then he'll play it to the right-hand side for Matthews. Matthews waits for the offense and Keenan to come on, then Marty Dinsdale. Dinsdale directs traffic with his left hand and then dishes it off to the far side. Bringing it back near the point is McIntosh. He'll get the return feed, takes a shot, and that goes off the bottom of the boards and into the crowd. So Vancouver, who had a promising transition, will have to wait for a new ball, and they'll get it now. Long lead feed by Belanger. Going to be played down low near side for Corey Conway. Conway looks to make his man miss. Now going to dish it back to Dutch. Dutch far side for Small. The pass intended for Schuss, and he can't come down with it cleanly. He'll regroup though. Throws it to the middle. Pass picked off by the Rush, and they'll come back in transition once again. Through the middle. McGarty, he'll take the shot, and it almost goes through the pads of Belanger as Matt McGrady on the transition had a great opportunity just by going to the goal.
Yeah, it was a nice defensive sticks there by the Rush. McGrady ends up with a semi-break there. I think it would have been better off just to pull that out and set up your offense, though.
Instead, Vancouver will go to work on offense, trailing by 4 with 11.5 to go here in the opening half. Ball knocked down by Rubish. He'll swing it out far side for the captain, Corbeil. He'll play it up for Thompson. Thompson looked like he wanted to attack. Instead, he'll hand it back. Matthews coming off the bench, steps in and scores! Mark Matthews, what a shot! High on the right-hand side, and another goal right off transition. However, you call this one an offensive goal.
Well, you know, I don't think there's anybody in the NLL that can shoot on the run with such accuracy and power combination as Mark Matthews. And he does it in between steps, and for that reason, he catches the goalie in between steps a lot of the time. And that, geez, just far side, top corner there. Belanger had no chance. And, you know, the Rush start pulling away a little bit here, and Vancouver's really got to put together some offensive sets and start settling into this game.
Ty Belanger going to come out as Tyler Richards will go in between the pipes now for Vancouver.
And, you know, this was their problem at the start of the year, Dave. They went Belanger, Richards, back to Belanger, who really owned that starting spot. But, you know, it's, again, becoming a little inconsistent in the goaltending position.
Well, Cleland wins a draw, but he'll have to give up the ball as it's put back on the floor. And again, it'll be a reset now for Vancouver after the scrambled faceoff as they'll try to get something going, trailing by 5 here in Saskatoon tonight. Ball pitched to that far right wing corner. Vancouver looking for a break, maybe some momentum, trailing by 5 all of a sudden. Reese Dutch off the bench, gets a feed, then plays it back with a point. Shot, that's going to go wide by McCready, who's got 12 goals on the season, but that goes way wide, and now it's going to be an over and back for Vancouver. As coming onto the floor was Mike Messenger like a missile, looking to get that ball. Fed to Marty Dinsdale with 10:28 to go here in the second quarter. Dinsdale looks, Matthews looks, gonna dish for Jones, takes a shot that goes high and wide as Adam Jones had a shooting lane all of a sudden.
Well, it was a nice play by Matthews there, because they have to respect him when he starts going to the net. He draws the double, and then that little flip back to Jones gives him all kinds of time and space, but couldn't hit his spot that time.
Small takes the ball for Vancouver as they'll dish it to the left wing side. Back into the middle, lots of room to run for Small. Big save, Aaron Bold is Small. Again, he is number 2 in NLL scoring, and Aaron Bold, he stoned him cold. Ball comes up the floor. It's Rubish, bounce pass for Keenan. Keenan's shot, that goes off the shoulder of the goaltender, but Matthews collects the rebound. Matthews gonna wait for the offense to come onto the floor. Dinsdale and McIntosh will do so. Ball fed far side for the Rush. Now a backhand pass that goes right on the goal, and Matthews,
I'm glad he didn't catch that, because that could have been dangerous.
He was on the trolley tracks. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
The train was coming. 9.5 to go here in the second quarter. Saskatchewan leading Vancouver 6-1. Ball played to the slot area. It's going to come back to Conway near the point. Corey Conway near the restraining line. Going to swing it back to the middle, and a shot that goes off bodies by Schuss, and the Rush will collect and come back in transition. 9:13 to go. Long lead feed for Mike Messenger, the product of Surrey. He'll wind up and he'll fire, and that one's going to go high up over the glass and out of play. 9:04 to go. Saskatchewan leading Vancouver. We'll take a break. More National Lacrosse League action to come from SaskTel Center here on 98 Cool.
If you're a player looking for a lightweight head that delivers power and control, string up the Under Armour Command Low.
Back inside a sold-out SaskTel Center, the Rush leading the Stealth 6-1. Todd Joyce between the benches tonight. You've got friends.
Oh, I love the second and fourth quarters. I get the goalies in between me. And with Carlson out, Dubinsky's stepping in as the backup goaltender, and the backup goaltender's got a pretty big job. He's sending guys out. He's also really in charge of sticks for the face-off guys. So Jeremy Thompson's been handing him his stick. Jimmy Quinlan is on him like no other, making sure he knows exactly what his job as that backup goaltender is. Ty Belanger is going to learn it too. He's sitting down for what appears to be the rest of the game.
All right, thank you very much. Todd Joyce between the benches tonight. We'll catch up with you momentarily with 8:43 to go in the quarter. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Vancouver. A nice challenge by the Stealth, but they can't get the ball, and it comes near side for Corbeil, and he just kind of looks at the ball as it's batted out of his stick initially.
Yeah, he was just chewing up the shot clock there.
So the Rush will go back to work on offense as McIntosh comes in. Again, he'll be joining us in After Hours tonight. You can tweet your questions in throughout the night, and we'll get them on the air for you. Coming up following the conclusion of this one, lots of road, though, between then and now. far side pass as it's played for Dinsdale near side, or pardon me, Matthews, and he's unable to corral it as it kind of went off the back of a player. But in the end, the ball rolls all the way down to Aaron Bold. The Rush regroup, and Thompson brings it up through the middle. Thompson pass on the far side for the Rush, who lead by 5. Comes to Marty Dinsdale as he'll attack the stealth zone. 5-goal lead for the Rush thus far. Matthews, far side, looking for Dinsdale. He'll stop up. Looks for Matthews. Matthews looks to fire. Going to dish it off for Jones. Far side. Dinsdale's shot right on. And it's caught up in the paraphernalia of the new goaltender, that being Tyler Richards of the Stealth. But he makes a big stop early on here as he's just come in to this game in relief of the goaltender Ty Belanger, who got the call tonight for the Stealth. 7:27 to go here in the second quarter. Lead feed into the middle. What a shot and goal. Joel McCready, he take a lovely feed, and he's able to slide it home and get the Stealth back on the board.
Well, McCready is playing a lot out of the back door the last few games, but with James Ray out of the lineup tonight, McCready going back up where I feel he's most useful, and that's at the doorstep. And he makes no mistake there, just finds himself all alone. Bit of a breakdown there in the Rush defense that we have not seen at all tonight. You know, they've been keeping everything to the outside, but a breakdown there, and the Stealth get their second goal of the night.
And that's some beauty footwork there, too, by McCready, as he did everything he had to stay out of the crease. As Cleland will win the draw for the Stealth, as they'll bring the offense right back onto the floor with a 4-goal deficit now, as Reese Dutch comes on, along with Small from the Vancouver bench. Joining them also will be Joel McCready, the goal scorer. Conway gonna look to McCready in the middle, and he gets his second and as many shots. As a little slow to get there was Cornwall, and he's able to slide it home. McCready cuts into the Saskatchewan lead.
Well, simple play there, just a quick feed up to McCready right at the top of the floor, and he quick release, sidearm release, beats Bold right at the pads, and that, you know, that's a big couple goals there for the Stealth. Drawn back within 3 here, and if you're the Stealth, you're feeling pretty good right now because you have not played your best. There's been a lot of unforced errors in transition, and you know their offense obviously hasn't been clicking, but a couple there, all of a sudden they're right back in this game.
7 minutes to go now in the second quarter for Motion Fitness, and the Rush leading 6-3 after Vancouver scores a couple of goals here early on in the second quarter. The Rush going to get the ball to mid-floor and then going to set up the offense. Down low, Messenger plays it. Offense coming on. Robert Church on the left wing side. Going to feed it back for Keenan. Keenan's got a goal tonight. Going to look near side for Jones. Adam Jones gets to the spot, dances around it, and now going to try to set something up. Down low, shot right on. Save off the stick of Robert Church, and the Stealth collect the rebound. 6:25 to go. Feed hits Beers right in the mask, but he's able to corral it. And we'll get things set up for his offense, who come onto the floor. 6:15 to go in the second quarter. Small will take the ball, feed it far side. Dancing around near side for Dutch. His shot, left foot saved there by Aaron Bold. Back to Dutch on the rebound. He'll have to battle for a loose ball. Comes up with it over Sorketti. Gets it back to Conway. Conway cocks, and he can't come up with it as Sorketti takes the rebound as the wave is going here at SaskTel Center. Transition for the Rush. In, shot off the iron. Coming in was Ryan Dilks. Matthews, though, able to collect, and now he's going to be hammered into the boards. 2-on-1 with the Stealth, trying to get the ball away from Matthews. Dilks in on the battle, and it's going to be the Stealth that win it, and they'll bring it up the floor. Slowing things down with 5:36 to go. McFetridge, he's going to battle and dance away from his Rush defender and then play it back into the middle for Schuss. Schuss, his bounce pass for Reese Dutch coming off the bench. Plays it down low for McCready, who's got a couple of goals to get the Stealth back into this game. McCready behind the net, now going to bring it all the way back to the restraining line. Now has room to run as he gets by everybody. McCready still with the ball. Finally going to dish it off for Rush, who plays it into the middle for Small. His shot is wide. Rush going to scoop up the rebound and bring it back the other way. 5 minutes to go. Chris Corbeil, the captain, far side for Messenger, and he went airborne, but he couldn't make the delivery. As Vancouver comes back, 6-3 Rush leading. Stealth have the ball in the Rush zone. Nifty stick work there by the Stealth player in twisting and turning of Jordan Durston. And Durston will hang on to it and set the Rush, or the Stealth up, pardon me, with the ball in Saskatchewan territory. Ball comes near side. Reese Dutch makes a move towards the net, decides better of it, then looks to swing it back to Conway, but it's picked off there by Soroketti, and the Rush have the ball through the middle of the court. Soroketti comes near side for Keenan. For Matthews. Back for Jones, who comes on from the bench. 4:14 to go here in the second quarter. Far side for Knight. Back for Matthews. Matthews, far side. Knight's got a lane, but his shot is stopped. Nice save there by the goaltender, and he'll kick it out. Picked up by Knight, though, is the rebound, and it comes back to Ryan Keenan near the point. Marty Dinsdale attacks near the crease, then has to back off under tight checking. Jones back down low, looking for a man in Keenan. Into the middle for Dinsdale. His shot just goes off the side of the net, and then tripped up on the play was Curtis Knight, and no call as the Stealth will bring the ball back up the floor. 3:39 to go. Matt Beers, the big 6'3", 203-pounder out of Coquitlam, BC, lugs the ball up the floor, and the Stealth have it. McCready takes the ball towards the top of the crease. He leaves his feet to get a massive shot off, but Aaron Bold with a big save. Saskatchewan maintaining their 3-goal lead. Ball to the middle for Mark Matthews on the right wing side. Jones comes off the bench. Plays it far side for McIntosh. McIntosh to the goal, another save. What a stop there by Tyler Richards, who's been fantastic since coming on in relief of Ty Belanger. Stealth bring the ball up the floor. 3 minutes now to go here in the Motion Fitness second quarter. Ball played to the right-hand side. Now back to Reese Dutch. He's standing right in the middle of the floor, allowing his teammates to come on. Schuss and Conway come on from the bench. Conway cradles the ball, takes it to the left wing side, backhand pass, looking for a man, and that shot is going to go off the floor, kind of a bounce shot, and it'll go over the glass and out of play. We'll get a break, 2:41 to go in the second quarter. Rush leading the Stealth 6-3. You're watching the National Lacrosse League.
Need a little help choosing your engagement ring? The Viraggio Trunk Show is coming to
Gets pretty frantic sometimes, eh?
Missed the action in the NLL last weekend? Maybe you want a little analysis. Mia Gordon and Tyson Geik break things down twice a week in the NLL's flagship show, The Box. Catch all of the highlights, scores, and exclusive interviews in both our pre- and post-game episodes every week on NLLTV.com.
for dates and times, and keep listening to 98 Cool to win.
Well, back at SaskTel Center, Dave Thomas, Casey Guerin, Todd Joyce. Wow, a little bit of a turn of emotion and tide when you change a goaltender.
Well, it is. I mean, the Rush went on a 6-goal run there after Vancouver scored the first goal of the game, and then McCready with a couple within a few seconds gets Vancouver back in this game. But for me, they've got to start putting together some good offensive sets. It seems like they're really good shooters from outside, but the Rush are getting sticks in. They got to start working the two-man game, get some pick and rolls, and get something inside.
So off the reset, Saskatchewan will get the ball and will attack the stealth zone. Mark Matthews has the ball, plays it down to the near side for Jones. He'll walk out into the middle. Back for Matthews now on the left wing side. Pardon me, that's McIntosh. Back to Church. Church for Jones. Shot, scores! Pound your chest, Saskatchewan. Rush goal. Adam Jones gets a little big momentum back.
Well, that was just a nice play by the righties over there. Swinging the ball, getting the defenders to turn their heads. and gets the ball to Jones with time and space. And when that happens, more often than not, he's going to bury it. Gets Richards stepping out a little bit far and beats him far side, top corner. Nice shot by Adam Jones, who tends to go 5-hole a lot, and, which isn't my favorite spot to go, especially when you go there all the time. But man, when he picks a spot, does he ever? He's just a really good goal scorer that time.
First goal against Tyler Richards in the stealth net. Saskatchewan extends their lead to 7-3. Second of the night for Adam Jones, and the Rush offense goes back to work. Shot just misses wide. Rebound collected, and the Rush will slow things down, looking to set things up. Mark Matthews has the ball on the right wing half board. Plays it down low for Jones, who just scored. Jones twists, turns, looks for an outlet. Now back to Matthews near the restraining line. Matthews shoots, scores! Mark Matthews, not to be outdone, gets his second of the night.
Well, another offensive rebound there leads to another set, and Matthews is just such a natural, you know, especially on the run that we talked about his last goal. This time takes it to his offside and beats Richards 5-hole, and the Rush putting together another string here, pulling away a little bit from the stealth.
And you talked about it, Casey, and the fact that the face-off tonight be very important, and that's another face-off win.
Well, it is, and you see that they're not even creating a loose ball. They're winning them clean. And if I'm Vancouver, I might want to start looking at someone else maybe to take some draws in the second half.
The Rush win another face-off, and they go back to work with 95 seconds to go here in the second quarter for Motion Fitness. Church, far side, has it, looks to dish off, now leaves it for McIntosh. McIntosh back to the top to Matthews, back to McIntosh. His shot goes wide. Keenan just misses the rebound, and the goaltender Tyler Richards will scoop it up, play it up mid-floor. 1:15 now to go here in the second quarter. Schuss comes off the bench for Vancouver. Looks for a player in small and finds him right in front of the Vancouver bench. Ball played down low in the left wing corner for Reese Dutch, back up at the top. For Schuss, down low right corner now. Played back for Dutch. He'll take a shot and scores! Reese Dutch. That ball goes over top of the shoulder of Aaron Bold, and you can clearly tell by his look he didn't like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Reese Dutch has been doing that for years, and that's just a goal scorer's goal. Outside shot, doesn't even step into it, just steps back, fires it over the shoulder of Aaron Bold. And you know, when Vancouver's offense is really going, not only are they getting inside, but also outside. That's how they were killing the Rush the last time in Vancouver. They were scoring, really sniping from outside.
Well, that's Reese Dutch's 30th goal of the season. A big one as it gets the stealth back within 4, as it's now 8-4 Saskatchewan with 47 seconds to go here before half. Soroketti brings it up, winds, fires, and that goes off a leg in front, and I'm sure did not feel great. Stealth, Peter McFetridge has the ball, plays it up, and the Stealth will get their offense onto the field with 30 seconds left to go. Ball comes near side for Conway. Number 91 of the Stealth is now, I think we're going to get a timeout called by the Vancouver bench. And is this an opportunity, plain and simple, to try to get something set and maybe settle things down a little bit?
Well, it is. I mean, if it wasn't for a couple minutes stretch here from Vancouver, they wouldn't be in this game right now. And I really think they need to start trying to get inside. You look at how McCready's successful. He gets inside without the ball, then comes back and sets the pick, and all of a sudden there's space open up in the middle of the floor. And so to open up that big outside shot that Vancouver wants, they have to start trying to create space in the middle of the floor.
Well, right on cue, the crowd gets going here at SaskTel Center to make things a little difficult for the visitors, as there's a lot of yelling happening, trying to get a play in to the Vancouver Stealth forwards. Aaron Bold starts to make his way back towards the bench with 3 seconds left in the timeout. 8-4 Saskatchewan leading. Coming up at halftime for our folks on 98 Cool tonight. Of course, we'll be talking with Teddy Jenner, the voice of the Colorado Mammoth. And of course, he's got that great podcast, Off the Crossbar. Teddy Jenner going to be joining us at half. Pleased to be welcoming everybody, though, that's tuned in tonight on Twitter. As again, the NLL and Twitter, great partnership, and we want to welcome wherever you may be tuning in tonight. So yes, you can watch the game on your radio this evening with 98 Cool, Twitter, and the National Lacrosse League. 18 seconds to go. Vancouver off the restart. Going to play it for Dutch. He'll go far side. Looks for a man. Going to take a shot. That's off the arm of Aaron Bold as Logan Schuss Tied for third in power play goals and fourth in the league in shots. Gets another one there.
Yeah, this will give Vancouver a chance to go 6-on-5 here now that they got that reset.
10.3 seconds to go in the opening half. Corey Conway back for Dutch. Ball comes back to him on a give and go. Played down low for Conway, back to Reese Dutch. Gonna wind, fire, takes a shot. Aaron Bold with the save and the long shot. Time will expire, but that went into the net. Aaron Bold, a little fist bump, but it's not gonna count as the buzzer sounds. 8-4, the Rush leading here at halftime at SaskTel Center. We'll take a break, come back with more at halftime. Saskatchewan Rush off to a big lead tonight. You're watching and listening to the National Lacrosse League and Saskatchewan Rush Lacrosse on 98 Cool.
Hi, I'm Ed Olgas.
So do you come back here,
Jordan?
Welcome, lacrosse fans. Tyson Geik of NLL Productions here with you right now, and I'm joined by Shay Hewen, CEO and founder of the U-Hawk Camera. We have some exciting news for you today. The NLL has officially partnered with the U-Hawk Camera, the new official action camera of the National Lacrosse League. Shay, an exciting moment, for both parties here.
Yeah, it's an incredible day. It's a big step and a big moment in the history of sports, and for the National Lacrosse League to be the first league to step up and bring actual player point of view, video footage to fans at home in the actual real raw competition in the season. It's a monumental day, and we're very excited to be the official camera provider to be a part of that.
Pro lacrosse teams are now fielded in Philadelphia, Boston, New York, Maryland, Montreal, and Quebec.
Yesterday there was friendly competition and not so friendly competition. We knew our true colors weren't just worn on our backs, they were painted on our faces and hoisted as high in the air as we could possibly carry them. Whatever it took to claim our turf. Yesterday, we left it all out there. Blood, sweat, tears. You name it, we left it. We kept ourselves focused and we kept each other in check. And the only thing we took were epic shots. Yesterday, we saw more twists and turns in 8 seconds than most people saw in an entire season. We lost the ball, lost our minds. We lost count countless times in every game. If you could see the ball, that was a slow day. Yesterday, physics didn't apply to us. Gravity wasn't welcome in our box. Armed with just a stick and a ball, we took flight. Yesterday, we were the best we could be. Today is our day.
The Saskatchewan Rush are undefeated at home so far this season, and according to players, a big part of that has been their amazing fan support. They have been loud and proud, selling out game after game. So ahead of this week's Twitter Game of the Week at the SaskTel Center, we take a closer look at Rush Nation.
Well, it's been incredible. From the time we got there last year after relocating from Edmonton, it's been an amazing story in terms of the fan support, and I think the energy that they give our guys and that it's been amazing.
It provides such a boost of energy, and it's great for us. It's really gives us a home floor advantage when we're playing at home, and it showed this year. So yeah, we're very privileged, we're very fortunate, and it makes playing there a ton of fun.
From the packed seats to the famous chest bump, and of course, Grandma Rush, Rush Nation is making a name for themselves. The Rush lead the league in attendance this season, averaging 14,944 fans per game. Every home game so far has been a sellout. 10,000 season ticket holders and fans traveling from hours and hours away to cheer on their team.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, if you've ever been there, it's probably the loudest place I've ever played and probably ever been in. So it's, they took to it pretty well the last couple of years, and obviously winning last year was probably a little bit of a help for it, but we love them and need them to keep doing.
It's been incredible, right from day one. When we moved into the city, they were, pretty well, welcome to, the whole team, and right from the franchise, all the way down to, the team and, the coaching system, everything down. It's been awesome. They've been, pretty well sellout games ever since the beginning.
The Vancouver Stealth have certainly experienced their fair share of ups and downs throughout the 2017 season. First, the team kicks off their year with a pair of wins, and then they drop 4 straight. And while this team has been in search of consistency all year long, there have been 2 players in particular that have been shining bright throughout, and each is experiencing a career year. Corey Small is playing some of the best lacrosse of his career this season. With 4 games left in the regular season, Small has tied his career high in goals with 37 and leads the NLL in points with 89. He has been a cornerstone on a Stealth power play and is a consistent contributor, never having put up less than 4 points at any point in 2017.
Well, I think we've given him the role of quarterback on our power play and offensively. He's a natural shooter, and we've just been giving him opportunities to get in nice shooting spots, and I think he's buried them.
Our coaches have given me opportunity to play top of the power play, so right away that gives you more opportunity to shoot the ball and get assists. So I think that's probably helped a lot in my production, is just kind of having that chance to set up the power play and just get you a lot better looks on the floor as well.
When you hear about the successful teams in NLL history, chemistry is a word that comes up often. Now in his 3rd season with the Stealth, Small has certainly found himself a partner in crime who's helped him to flourish as a scorer.
I think a lot of it with Corey has to do with his chemistry with Reese Dutch. They're best friends off the floor and they're best friends on the floor as well, and they have a chemistry like not too many others in the league.
He's always been a guy that's worked really hard. He's a special kind of player. I think it was just a matter of getting into a situation, into an offense that's going to showcase everything that he can do, and we're doing that, right? He's our go-to guy, or one of our go-to guys, and the ball's going to stick a lot as it should be, and we're having success there.
If you can bring those core group of guys in, which we've been able to keep for the most part, and I think that's why we're having a little more success this year than we've had in the past.
The individual success of the Stealth in 2017 doesn't just stop up front. One man in particular has had a breakout season.
Rebound! What a save there by Ty Belanger!
Ty Belanger, who will be turning 27 this year, is in his 6th NLL season. And after spending time with the Colorado Mammoth and the New England Black Wolves as a backup netminder, he's now got the chance he's been working towards. After entering the 2017 season as a backup to Tyler Richards, Belanger was given the starting opportunity after his team struggled with a losing skid early on.
Definitely found a new page in my lacrosse career that I got some newfound confidence that over the past summer I felt I got rejuvenated playing down in Senior B. I came into this season with a new fresh mind, open heart, and a lot of passion in my game right now. So I didn't play at the first 5 or so games, but now things are going my way, and making the most of it and taking the starting role with stride.
He fought and got the number 2 spot in our team, and then waited for his opportunity. When he got the opportunity, he came in and played well. And he works hard. He scouts the other teams very well. He's kind of a blocking goalie that doesn't make a lot of movement.
Belanger is making a serious case for goaltender of the year this season. His .790 save percentage has him tied for 1st in the NLL. The goaltender has allowed the team in front of him to play a more sound game, both on defense and offense.
It takes a little bit longer to kind of come into your own as a goaltender, and Ty is right around that age where it's time for him to kind of step up, and he bided his time in Colorado and in New England. And when he came here to Vancouver, he was behind Tyler Richards. And once he got his opportunity, he made the most of it. And he's, on most nights, given Vancouver a chance to win the game. And that's really all you can ask out of your goaltender. And then I would go as far as to say he's probably stolen a couple of games, you know, making 60-plus saves on a couple of nights.
You know, he's just consistent. He's steady. He's not one of those goalies that gives up bad goals. You're going to have to pick a corner to beat him on most nights. So, you know, that's all you can ask for in your goaltending is just somebody that you know, you can trust to make that big save where we need it, and then, you know, just to be consistent night in, night out.
The Stealth, who will be looking to make their first playoff appearance since moving to Vancouver, currently hold the last playoff spot in the West Division, but have the Roughnecks close behind. Both Small and Belanger will be key factors down the stretch as this team looks to the postseason. For NLL Productions, I'm Tyson Geit.
Scott Digby on the take, scores!
Now back over to Dane Smith with a shot. Hit the goal post inside, he scores!
Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today.
SaskTel Center, Dave Thomas, Casey Guerin, Todd Joy's back with the Saskatchewan Rush leading the Vancouver Stealth 8-4 through three quarters. Rush will move from right to left as we see it, wearing their black home jerseys with the green trim. Stealth wearing their white jerseys with the red trim and black shorts. In goal is Tyler Richards again for the Stealth. He came on in relief of Ty Belanger in the latter stages of that opening half. Well, Aaron Bold in the goal to our right. Another face-off win by Saskatchewan, and they go to the attack early in the third quarter. Turnover, though, and the Stealth will come back the other way. Logan Schuss, far side. Stealth running the floor here quick to start the second half, trailing by 4, looking to make something happen. Ball gets played back to Schuss. Near side for McCready. McCready, he'll swing it down low, looking for Small, takes a step, and that's saved by Aaron Bold with the left leg. 30 seconds into the third quarter tonight here at SaskTel Center, as the Rush will go back to work, bringing the offense onto the floor for the first time here in the second half. Church will twist and turn, and then he'll leave it there for Curtis Knight. Back for Church, attacks the middle, goes far side, looking for Matthews. He tries to swing it to Jones, who is alone in front. He can't come down with it, but McIntosh does. 1 second left on the shot clock, shot and saved right on, and turned away by Tyler Richards, and the Stealth bring the ball up the floor. They'll just roll it to the center stripe. Trailing by 4, McCready from the bench plays it to the far side. Going to battle there. Stealth try to attack the middle. Now comes to Schuss down low, looking back to the middle. Cocked fired once. Small tries to get the ball, but he's into the crease and it trickles onto the goal of Aaron Bold. He'll play it far side. 13 and a half to go here in the third quarter tonight at SaskTel Center. Ball is swung on the far side. Twisting, turning is Jones. He'll play it for Knight off the bench. Down low for Dinsdale on the left side. All the way back to the top for Matthews. Looks to find the shooting lane, can't do so. An illegal pick set.
Yeah, for those of you joining us on Twitter for maybe your first lacrosse game, it's much like basketball on the picks. If you set it too hard, the referee can call a minor possession, and the ball goes the other way.
And the ball came right into the crease of Aaron Bold on the restart, and he's able to pick off the pass and play it for the captain, Chris Corbeil. Corbeil will leave it there for Jones, who's on, and he'll play it far side for Sorketti. Jones bounce pass for Knight near side. Now to the boards for McIntosh. Far side, down low. Looking to switch spots is Sorketti. He'll fire it right on. Thompson with another save for the Stealth, and they'll bring it back. 12 and a half to go in the third quarter. Brought to you tonight by O'Brien Sales and Leasing. Big battle in front of the Rush goal as players jockeying for position. Shot that goes off some legs, and it's going to be scooped up there by Kyle Rubish, and Rubish will carry it into the middle of the floor. Rubish tries to outrun the Vancouver Stealth player, then plays it for Matthews, who initiates contact but holds on to the ball. Matthews on the right wing, looking to set something up. Fakes a couple of times into the middle, then uses the pick of Keenan to McIntosh, who shoots, scores! Ben McIntosh, his second of the night after some great work by Mark Matthews.
Well, and you know what? Back it up even a little bit further. I don't know if a four-time Defensive Player of the Year can be underrated, but sometimes I feel like he is. Kyle Rubish, second in the league with 29 caused turnovers tonight. He's got such an active stick, and he just, again, causes another turnover in the Rush zone, leading to that chance the other way, and the Rush take advantage of it. And that's just a good play on the back end.
Another chest thumper for the Rush, and they lead 9-4 now over Vancouver. Another face-off won by Messenger. Comes for Mitski, and Mitski will get Corbeil the ball, and he'll get it over the halfway point of the floor. Goes near side for Knight, who looks like he's going to slow it down as the Rush will bring the offense back onto the floor. Church plays it for Matthews, fresh off the bench, swings it out far side for Dinsdale. Dinsdale fakes once, twice, shoots! Thompson, I don't think saw it, but he felt it when it went off his leg pad. McIntosh tries to scoop up the rebound, will do so, tries to get it back near that line, but it's picked up by Vancouver, and starting back the other way is 19, Justin Salt. He'll drop it off for Conway. Conway on the left wing side, backhand pass. Comes to McCready back at the point. He's got a couple of goals for Vancouver tonight. Gonna attack the middle. His shot is low and goes off Bold, and then it trickles out past that restraining line, and the Rush come back in transition. 11 minutes to go. Matt McGrady has it, plays it near side, and it's gonna bounce into the Vancouver bench, and we'll get a turnover with the Stealth to pick up the ball. Gonna come near side for Schuss, who comes in off the bench. The native of Ladner, British Columbia. Schuss has it. Using his right hand to cradle the ball, will carry it down the right side. Schuss into the middle, and a shot that goes into the goal. I don't know if it went in, but Cliff Smith, he snuck on and able to sneak it beside the goaltender, Aaron Bold.
Well, really nice play by Schuss to keep his stick to the outside there so as to not turn the ball over. And he sees Cliff Smith heading to the front of the net, and he just one-hand flips it to Cliff Smith, and he puts it past Bold, a little dribbler there. It'll be interesting to see. I think it's a good goal. We're looking to see if there's a challenge play coming from Derek Keenan. I don't think so. I think he did do a good job of staying out of the crease, and that's a big goal for the Stealth. They needed that one.
Smith's first of the season. Cuts into the Rush lead. It's now 9-4 Saskatchewan, but Thompson wins another draw cleanly, and he's going to take it right to the net. Thompson shoots, stopped there by the goaltender, Richards, and it's kicked out, and the Stealth will come back up the floor. Ryan Wagner has the ball on the far side. He's going to come off, leave it for Reese Dutch. Dutch had a solid night again tonight with a couple of goals. Now played near side. Goes down into the corner, back to the top. Schuss has it for Dutch. Shot comes from Jordan Durston, who's got 20 on the season, and that one goes off a Rush leg, they're going to rule, so Vancouver will retain possession with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 10 minutes to go. Take the shot right on. Aaron Bold makes the save as the stealth came right at him after the restart. Saskatchewan starts out in transition. Soraketti across the midfield stripe. 10 minutes to go. He'll take a shot. That's off a man, and it trickles to Dinsdale as the rebound. Chris Corbeil collects. Mark Matthews comes onto the floor trying to direct Corbeil to set a pick. Matthews towards the middle, gonna make a man miss that scores! Mark Matthews, what a shot as he walked towards the middle in the stealth. They look a little upset as that's just a great goal by a veteran.
Well, it is, and Mark Matthews, you know, you can't say enough about his shooting from outside, and he beats Richards there. But I was gonna say, the Rush were lucky to actually get that ball back. It was 2 possessions in a row that they come down on transition and take shots that I can pretty well guarantee you Derek Keenan isn't happy about. You know, if it's not there, you're up 9-5, pull it out, set up the offense. There's no need to go in and rush a shot there, and that's what they did and ended up getting lucky to get the ball back into the stick of Matthews.
Matthews, third of the night, extends the Rush lead to 10-5 over Vancouver. We're going to get a break. More to come from SaskTel Center. This is the National Lacrosse League on 98 Cool.
Tyson, I don't know about you, but even though 2017 isn't over, I'm already excited for the 2018 NLL season.
And I think that's because the 2017 season has been so exciting. There's been so many games that have been decided by just one single goal. Lots of games going to overtime, some highlight reel plays on any given night. Games you just don't want to miss.
It has been action-packed for sure, and fans, if you're like me and already counting down the days until 2018 NLL season, well, we have some news for you. You can renew and subscribe to NLLTV.com today for the 2018 season, and if you do it now, you're going to get a discount on your subscription.
Also, a chance to win a pair of tickets to the 2017 Champions Cup Final. Lots on the line.
Also, you can win a meet and greet with your favorite player or the commissioner himself. There are so many incredible prizes if you renew today, so don't miss out on this opportunity.
A big game tonight, I'm just gonna chill. It was just
back inside SaskTel Center. Dave Thomas, Casey Guerin, Todd Joyce, and Casey, you got your chest sticking out a little bit with this picture that's on the screen, as you should, my friend.
Well, you know, Randy Trollback, the founder of Saskatoon Box Lacrosse and the owner of the Saskatchewan SWAT Junior A, Junior B team here. 10-year anniversary for them this year, and you know, if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be minor box lacrosse in Saskatoon, at least not the way it is now, and good for them to recognize him.
Saskatchewan goes back to offense on the restart, 9:38 to go here in the third quarter. McIntosh gonna flip it far side for Matthews, into the middle! What a save off Robert Church as Tyler Richards puts an arm up, big stop off a nice setup by the Rush off the restart. Vancouver goes back to work. Cradling the ball, McCready going to come off the bench. He's got a couple here tonight, and he'll play it far side. Up to the restraining line as Dutch comes off the bench to take it. Gets the return feed from Small, now goes down low. Looking as McCready back to Small near the line. Small going to backhand it back near the line. Shot goes off a couple of players, and now a battle in behind the Saskatchewan goal, but shot clock will expire.
Yeah, again, good sticks by the Rush defense. The stealth, what they're best at is shooting from outside, but if you get a stick on a glove and a stick on a stick and just contest every shot, the Rush will do well to keep them from outside.
Mitski brings the ball up the floor for Saskatchewan inside Vancouver territory. 8:43 to go. Keenan for Dinsdale. Dinsdale flinches a couple of times. Now high for Keenan. His shot goes high and wide, and it's scooped up by Vancouver. As the ball, though, going to be given back to Saskatchewan.
Yeah, so that'll be a minor interference call. So if you hit a guy without the ball and it's too hard or it's not near the play, it'll be a minor interference. So it's not quite enough for a penalty, just a possession the other way.
Saskatchewan has the ball now, Vancouver territory. Matthews steps in, back to Dinsdale. His shot, good save. Right on the ground, going down to a knee was Tyler Richards, the Vancouver goaltender, and he's going to air it out. Looking long, and it's shot and scores! Justin Salt caught the pass from the goaltender and caught the rush, napping in transition, and the Stealth cut into that Saskatchewan lead.
I feel like I've seen that before. The last time these two teams played in Langley, it was Ty Belanger who was dropping it in a bucket for Justin Salt up the floor. This time, it's Richards that finds Salt on a breakaway. He had 2 goals last game and 2 big goals, I will say. And he finds it that time and makes no mistake. And, the Rush have done really well this game of cutting down the transition from the Stealth, but they get one over on them that time.
Number 1 in the NLL with 30 forced turnovers, and that's a big goal by Salt as Thompson comes back off the face-off, gets the ball, plays it right into the legs of the goaltender Tyler Richards, and he'll look for Conway coming off the bench. Stealth have cut into the Saskatchewan lead. It's the Rush leading 10-4 here at SaskTel Center. Chris Corbeil tries to turn his man. Now it's Messenger on the turnover. Messenger in, scores! Mike Messenger, give the captain an assist. He won't get one, but you might as well. What a play by the rookie.
Somewhere John Fraser is applauding a lot. He's in love with Messenger, and I can tell you why. He anticipates that pass, just cuts it off, turns on the jets, and then makes no mistake on the breakaway. I mean, he's just such a responsible player, especially for being a rookie on the defensive end, and shows some capability up front too. And he's just, fitting in really well with this Rush team.
Number 12 in rookie scoring entering the game as Thompson wins another faceoff, comes in for another shot, and that'll be stopped by the goaltender and kicked into the corner. Massive humanity right below us here at SaskTel Center as there's 5 players in the scrum, 2 wearing green jerseys. Ball still loose on the floor, nobody can find it, and boy, what a great physical battle is now. We're gonna get I think just a change in possession for Dilks as he came in a little over exuberant.
Yeah, and again, the decision making for me on the Rush transition players, they need to make better decisions. I think they need, if it's not there, pull it out. You're winning the game, time is your friend. Pull it out, use the 30, get your offense on the floor.
11-6, Saskatchewan leading Vancouver. Pass goes far side for the Stealth. They'll look to attack the middle, comes to Schuss. Schuss back near the restraining line. McCready's got a couple, gonna try that left side. And now we're gonna get an aggressive pick, and the Rush are gonna bring it up as Cornwall has it. 2-on-1 with Knight. Cornwall scores! Jeff Cornwall, he didn't wait, he said, let's do this.
Well, and right there, that's an opportunity you don't want to pass up. He finds himself with time and space, and the reason why is because of the wheels he's got. And he turns it on and makes no mistake, posting in on that one. And I feel like I've seen him score a few like that. He picks his spot nicely. He doesn't worry about the fake. He just picks his spot and commits to it and puts the Rush up by 6.
12-6, Saskatchewan leads, 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Big goal by the home squad. Puts 15,000 on their feet tonight at SaskTel Center. Draw one by Vancouver's Cleland. And the Stealth go back to work on offense, looking for a response. Dutch with the ball near the point. He'll feather it for Conway. Conway into the middle for Dutch. Dutch looked like he was going to pull the trigger, instead plays it out far side. Now a shot that's right on. That's going to go off the end boards and back as Logan Schuss took that shot. Looking for a goal to try to get the Stealth back. They trail 12-6. The ball rolls all the way down to the Vancouver end, and the Saskatchewan offense will go back to work. Robert Church. Ball comes to Marty Dinsdale. Now for Church on the left wing side. He'll try to get into the middle. Have to stop up. Looks for an outlet. Finds Matthews. Not a bad choice. Matthews. Back pass for Jones. Shot! That goes off the end boards as Dinsdale had an open lane. Jones. Another shot. Scores! I don't think the Vancouver Stealth D could find the ball, but Jones does and slides it home for his hat trick.
Well, in my opinion, the Rush got a little lucky there because there was an errant shot that went over the net and it just happened to hit Matthews, or else Vancouver probably would have got possession. Matthews finds Jones at the top of the floor. He rips one underhand that beats Richards between the legs, and again, that's just nothing's going Vancouver's way at this point.
13-6, the Rush have the lead, even not going the Stealth way of the out-of-town scoreboard as Calgary last look had a lead on New England tonight. Face-off won by Messenger and the Rush. They'll play it for Cornwall across half. 6 minutes to go in the third. 13-5, Calgary leading Buffalo on the out-of-town scoreboard. My apologies, I think I said New England. New England here next week as the Rush bring the offense onto the floor. Stepping out is Keenan. His shot goes high over top of the cage, and the Stealth bring it back the other way, looking for the quick transition and the quick strike. Across the middle, right on, his bodies collide as McFetridge tried to come up with it, and he couldn't survive the contact. Played by the Rush up to mid-floor with 5:28 to go. Saskatchewan leading 13-6 in the O'Brien Sales and Leasing third quarter. Soroketti has it now. Gonna feather it near side into the left wing corner. Knight plays it back to McIntosh for Matthews. Over to Knight, he's got a lane, takes a shot, good save by the goaltender Tyler Richards. Puck goes in to the right wing corner, make that the ball tonight. And it'll be collected there by the Stealth. I went 2 whole quarters, Casey. 2 whole! Conway has it. On the left wing side for Dutch. Dutch will cradle, looking for a man in small coming off the bench. Played down low. Stealth going to try to attack the middle. Now have to keep it to the perimeter. Coming in! Shot right on. Aaron Bold with a big arm save. And Dilks brings it back for the Rush. 3-on-0 through center. Over to Cornwall. He's going to take it in again! And an arm save by the goaltender in Tyler Richards. And the Stealth will get possession back. 4:34 to go here in the third quarter. Stealth going to bring the ball with O'Doherty right in front of the benches. Played for Schoss. Tries to find a man, spinning and turning there is Durston. Durston still with the ball. Gonna bring it out near the restraining line, then we'll try to go cross field, and it's picked off by Saskatchewan. They bring it up the floor. 4:09 to go. Here in the third quarter, Saskatchewan leading Vancouver 13-6. Ball played into the corner, back to Jones. Jones across the restraining line on the right wing side. Looks into the middle for Keenan, and Keenan went airborne, just couldn't come down with the ball. Stealth bring it up the floor, quick moving transition. Shot right on, big save Aaron Bold, as bringing it through was Justin Salt, who had the last goal for the Stealth. Instead, it's a save by the Bold, and we'll get the timeout. Saskatchewan leads Vancouver 13-6. This is the National Lacrosse League on 98 Cool.
Hi, this is Stacey Hnatrick.
Welcome, lacrosse fans. Tyson Geik of NLL Productions here with you right now, and I'm joined by Shay Hewen, CEO and founder of the U-Hawk Camera. We have some exciting news for you today. The NLL has officially partnered with the U-Hawk Camera, the new official action camera of the National Lacrosse League. Shay, an exciting moment, for both parties here.
Yeah, it's an incredible day. It's a big step and a big moment in the history of sports, and for the National Lacrosse League to be the first league to step up and bring actual player point of view, video footage to fans at home in the actual real raw competition in the season. It's a monumental day, and we're very excited to be the official camera provider to be a part of that.
If you're a player looking for a lightweight head that delivers power and control, string up the Under Armour Command Low.
This is Saskatchewan Rush Lacrosse on 98 Cool.
Back at SaskTel Center, Dave Thomas, Casey Guerin, Todd Joyce between the benches. Things getting emotional down there.
You know, it's getting a little bit crazy down here. I'm looking over at the Vancouver bench. They're a little bit tired. You can see it in them, but the coaches are trying to get these guys going. Jimmy Quinlan, I have not seen a vein that hot in a neck in a long time, and I think that's since my dad was yelling at me. But I can tell you right now, he's got these guys fired up. The whiteboard's flying, everything's going. We're good to go.
All right, Todd Joyce between the benches tonight. You saw coming up on our screen here, 13-6, Calgary is in front as Matthews gets a shot off, but that's going to ricochet off the goaltender and out of play, but Saskatchewan will get it on a reset. Ball played from McIntosh into the left wing side for Dinsdale. He'll go all the way across for Matthews. Into the middle, shot by Church is blocked. Ball loose at the top of the crease. Vancouver able to scoop it up and bring it back the other way with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter at SaskTel Center. Another sold-out crowd tonight as Vancouver will bring the offense on. Conway comes onto the floor with the ball in his left hand. Plays it back near the restraining line for Schuss. Schuss has it on the right side now. Schuss gonna look down low, played into the middle. That goes off a man and just wide of the goal. Saskatchewan able to pick it up, but lots of contact in behind the goal, and they're going to give the ball to Vancouver. Joel McCready, a couple of goals tonight. Plays it for Schuss near side. Back for McCready in the middle for Small. Small has it. Plays it for Schuss on the right side. Schuss puts his stick in his left hand, trying to shield off the attack of Soroketti. Far side, Corey Conway has it. Conway into the middle for Small, and a save by Aaron Bold. Fresh 30 for Vancouver if they can collect the ball. Instead, it's the Rush's Matt McGrady that comes up with it, and Thompson will take the ball to the midway point of the floor. Thompson to Church off the bench. His shot is going to go wide, and Vancouver going to be able to pick it up. Cliff Smith, he's got a goal tonight. He's got it on the left wing side. He'll stop in front of Cornwall and then leaves it for Reese Dutch. Dutch with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter, plays it near side. Back for Dutch, again on the left side of the floor. Back to McCready at midpoint. He's got a couple, going to challenge the middle, leaves it for Dutch. Dutch cross floor. What a shot. Is Bold able to get a glove on it as the shot was taken by Durston. Vancouver collects the rebound. Another shot. That'll go wide as the shot clock expires, as they'll say that maybe Bold didn't get a arm on the shot as I originally had thought.
Yeah, I thought he did too, but you know what the Rush are doing, it may have been a defender because they're getting a stick, a body, anything in front of these Vancouver shots, and that's the key to success tonight. That's what they weren't doing in Vancouver the last time.
Offense onto the floor for the Rush, coming in. What a score! Oh my goodness, Adam Jones. His fourth of the night, but you got to know that red flag's coming out, isn't it?
I don't, you know, that's a close one, but I think it might. I think it's a good goal, and that's a goal scorer's goal right there. He goes airborne, commits to it, comes back short side, and Adam Jones is one of the best in the business at that when he gets in tight. I think that's a good goal.
Vancouver doesn't even look like they're contemplating the red challenge flag, and we see it on the screen here. That's the Superman pose by Adam Jones as he goes flying through the air, cross crease, and is able to slide it home as Vancouver will take the ball off the faceoff, and we'll get back to work as Small has it. Battling there with Thompson right on his back, leaves it for Conway now. Conway going to travel down the right wing, throws it back to Small near the top. Far side pass for Vancouver, 73 seconds to go. Ball left for Conway. Now Small takes a shot, and that gets through Aaron Bold. And Small answers for Vancouver to cut into the Rush lead, now 14-8.
Yeah, and as I was saying before, what Vancouver's best at offensively is those big outside shots, and especially from Small, the number 2 leading scorer in the league with 89 points coming into this game. And usually he's picking corners top side. This time he beats Bold between the legs, and that's what good shooters do. They mix it up to keep the goaltender guessing.
Well, for Corey Small, who is number 2 in the NLL, coming in points, gets a big goal there. His first of the night, 38th of the season, makes it 14-7. The Rush leading. I believe I said 14-8. My apologies. As the Rush will pick up the ball after the faceoff and bring it up the floor. Long lead feed as the Rush want to slow things down. 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. Played near side for Robert Church. Church looking for a man. Rush a little late getting the offense onto the floor. Keenan eventually comes out. Played for Matthews, far side, near side for Church. His shot, not a great one as far as balance goes, and it's going to bounce wide. Up the floor come the stealth. Matt Beers with the ball on the left side. He's going to stop, pop, shoot. Bold makes the save. Kyle Rubish comes on with 29 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Plays it ahead for Brett Midsky.
Yeah, the Rush are going to go 6-on-5 here and go for the last shot in the quarter.
Indeed, Aaron Bold comes to the bench. Rush slow it down, 16 seconds to go. As Matthews and Adam Jones literally stopped to have a conversation. Played to Church to Matthews. Church back to Matthews in the middle of the floor. Looking far side for Jones. Now to Matthews. He'll shoot. That goes off a body. And with 0.2 seconds to go, the Vancouver goaltender is going to throw it down the length of the floor, but it'll bounce wide, and Saskatchewan will take a 7-goal lead into the fourth and final quarter. We'll take a break, come back with more National Lacrosse League action on 98 Cool.
Motion Fitness, a fresh approach to fitness. There are only 15 minutes left. Will the Rush come out on top? Will they crush their opponent? Let's find out.
Todd Joy's back. I guess if you turn the microphone on, things work a little better as we're into the fourth quarter. 15 minutes to go. Rush leading the Stealth 14-7 as we'll get another face-off. Another scramble draw taken by Messenger into the Stealth zone. Bodies flying everywhere. Nobody giving up. These are two crucial points for both teams. Rush win, they get a home playoff game. Stealth win, they got an opportunity to get closer to the playoffs, but Calgary not doing them any favors on the out-of-town scoreboard. Robert Church has the ball for the Rush as they invade Vancouver territory. Matthews as the Rush move left to right. Far side for Church. Steps back, looks to the middle for Keenan. What a shot! Quick stick, Brian Keenan. He fist bumps and heads off the floor. That's a good one by the rookie.
Well, that's a stop and pop right there. The #1 overall draft pick in this year's draft makes no mistake there, and that's what you call in and out. He just steps into it, receives the ball, and makes no mistake. Just quick stick right to the back of the net past Tyler Richards. Nice goal by the rookie.
Keenan second of the night. Extends the Rush lead to 15-7 over Vancouver. Shots on goal through 3 periods, incidentally. Saskatchewan 18-11 on the shot clock in that third quarter over Vancouver. They've got a 47-31 advantage overall in the ball game. His lacrosse is underway, and boy, there's cross checks and everything else flying as humanity gets busy here inside SaskTel Center. Schuss gonna feed it out far side for the Stealth. Wine, fire, Bold makes a save, and he'll just stop, look up the floor, and feed it slowly to Mike Messenger, who's gonna saunter into the Vancouver zone. Looked like he was gonna leave it for Marty Dinsdale, but kind of double clutched on it, and Dinsdale plays it far side. Back to Ryan Keenan, the latest goal scorer, near side, back into the middle. Dinsdale, high pass that goes off the stick of Curtis Knight, and Dinsdale's gonna have to try to track it down. Instead, it's the Stealth away. Nice battle by Vancouver into the Saskatchewan zone, and with 13:30 to go, they are gonna slow it down, even though they're trailing by 8, 15-7, Saskatchewan in front. Dutch off the bench, plays it far side, now into the middle, and a goal! Knight is furious as he got knocked to the turf, but it won't matter, as coming through the middle was Jordan Durston, and he'll score for Vancouver.
Well, Jordan Durston is such a talented player, and especially in tight. He really just closes his hands, tightens up, and he can score some highlight reel goals in tight, and you can tell why by that fake. He had Bold out of his shoes almost on that one and had half the net to finish that, and puts Vancouver within 7 here with 13 minutes left.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked about the face-offs at the top of the broadcast, and it is a story as we thought. The Rush are 19 for 25 from the draw, and mostly coming from Mike Messenger. But just as I say that, Vancouver takes that one.
Well, and Vancouver's changed things up. Joel McCready took the last draw, and he was able to beat Jeremy Thompson. As the Vancouver offense goes to work, Conway, left side, has a man wide open, but he can't connect with him. The Rush are going to scoop up the loose ball. Coming away with it is Ryan Dilks. Plays it up the floor for Thompson, who takes a huge hit, but he looks like he's a little shaken up. Dilks going to come out. Thompson goes down to the floor, and now we've got bodies flying as Ryan Dilks, Thompson's on the turf, bodies are down, tempers heating up.
You know, you got to hold your breath a little bit here. I think Thompson may have taken a shot right to the head there. He did not look, he looked he looked out of it a little bit there, Dave.
Cliff Smith is going to go off for Vancouver. I'm more worried about Thompson's shoulder, perhaps. But the training staff is out with 12:45 to go, and Thompson, again, he took a huge shot on the shoulder, not once, but twice, and then went down and crumpled to the turf. He's getting some treatment there with 12:45 to go. Todd Joyce, I don't know if you saw anything down there at all.
Well, you know, it's a little bit interesting down here right now. Thompson took a bad hit. But the coaches in between are yelling at each other. They're yelling at the players coming off. This is a really interesting place to be. It's interesting when Dilks started that scrap, how that came, and one guy was there protecting Thompson, making sure no one landed on him, but everyone came out for the rush, and they were there to help him out. But Jimmy's watching very closely here to see what these coaches do from Vancouver.
Well, Thompson gets to his feet. Thank you very much, Todd. As you can hear the crowd erupt, another sold-out SaskTel Center tonight. The best news for me is that Thompson's got both of his arms above his head, and that doesn't indicate a shoulder, which is good.
Yeah, and he's walking off under his own power. And, you know, when he went down there, I wasn't sure if he would be doing that. And, you know, the Rush always talk about how, they're brothers. This team is really a family. And Dilks was quick to step up there to the defense of Thompson.
And out of all that, he's going to get the extra penalty. So for the first time tonight, a speedy collision penalty kill upcoming for Vancouver, who in the power play department, they're pretty potent when they're on the road. Number 3 power play with 57.6% proficiency. The Saskatchewan Rush penalty kill, number 7 in the NLL. So a big opportunity here for the Stealth to try to regain some momentum. But you're saying, well, Dave, it's a 7-goal lead, though. I don't think there's any lead safe, is there?
Yeah, well, you know, we talk about the Stealth and how dangerous they are from the outside, and that's where you're getting your great opportunities on the power play, is that mid-range shot from outside. So we'll see if the Rush can hold them here.
Back pass for Schuss. Now is shot right on by Small. Big save by Aaron Bold. A minute 48 to go in the penalty kill for the Rush. Ball comes to Dutch. Looking to set up on the power play. Cross crease pass picked up by Conway. Gonna do it again. Another save by Aaron Bold. 96 seconds to go in the power play. Ball played back to Dutch for Schuss at the point. Now to Schuss again in the midpoint. Fakes a backhand pass. Dutch holds onto the ball. Shot off the goal post. And it's going to go back across center. Collected there by the goaltender. Played right back up to the forwards for Vancouver. 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Rush leading 15-8. A minute 13 to go in the Vancouver power play. Schuss has it. Near side for Dutch. Back to Schuss. Gonna switch places with Reese Dutch. His shot high on Aaron Bold, and he'll get a shoulder on it, and the Rush will start away with the ball. Other way was Brett Minsky, and he'll play it for Cornwall. Cornwall gonna slow things down. 11:39 to go. Kyle Rubish takes the pass. Will bounce it over to Cornwall on the far side. Defenders are gonna get a bit of a break here on the PK. Cornwall for Jones. Jones just gonna hold the ball and cradle it in his left hand. Jones all the way across the floor, now plays it down low into the middle. Looking, shot right on as Church let one go. It went off Matthews, and we're going to restart and reset here for Vancouver. 25 seconds to go in the penalty kill for Saskatchewan. They're leading Vancouver 15-8 here in the fourth quarter, 11 minutes to go. Collision right near center as back to work comes the power play for Vancouver. Schuss in the middle of the floor, plays it far side. Comes back to Schuss. Near side for Dutch. Schuss, his shot, and hit somebody in front and bounced up over top of Aaron Bold and into the netting behind the net.
That's a lucky break for the Stealth, as that was probably going to go over the net, but Bold gets a piece of it, so Vancouver retains possession.
On the restart, the Stealth in the left wing side. Take a shot that goes wide of the goal. Nice movement of the ball to get it to Jordan Durston, who's got a goal tonight. Rush able to outlet it on the left wing side and clear off the penalty. So tonight, Vancouver 0 for 1 on the manpower advantage. Ball played into Vancouver territory as the Rush offense will come back to work. Ben McIntosh again will join us in after hours tonight. Played to Mark Matthews on the near side. Rush have the ball in the Vancouver zone. Fake a shot. No, high one by Knight that just goes wide. McIntosh tries to get to the rebound. He'll take a couple of body checks and then just going to flip it into the corner as the shot clock will expire. And again, bodies will tangle as the Two teams head towards their respective benches. 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Opa. Always a good time at Opa. McCready has the ball, plays it into the near side, making a man miss and taking a shot. What a goal! As Corey Conway is going to step out from the left wing side, makes a man miss, and I don't know that Aaron Bold saw that.
Well, Corey Conway is a pass-first guy. He's the prototypical setup man, and that works out well for Reese Dutch most of the time on that right side, but he's got a good shot too, and he comes across the top, straight over the top, and beats Bold short side, and just stealth a little bit closer.
15-9 now Saskatchewan's lead with 9:51 to go in the fourth quarter. Messenger to take the draw. Joel McCready, who's got a couple of goals tonight for Vancouver, will meet him in the circle. Messenger scoops it up, plays it down, and Chris Corbeil, the captain, will hold on to the ball as Robert Church comes onto the floor. 9:40 to go as Church has it on the left wing side, plays it back for Jones. Jones near side from Matthews. Matthews gonna sprint out to the middle. Matthews had a shooting lane but elected to dish it off to Church. Good decision, Mark. It's a goal as Church scores to extend the Rush lead.
Well, that almost looked like a bit of a changeup from Robert Church. He steps into it but hesitates a little bit, and that hesitation may have been the difference as he beats Tyler Richards and gets that goal right back. And that's a tough one if you're the Stealth after, starting to gain a little momentum, and, with only 9.5 minutes here in the fourth. Not a lot of time, but you know what the Rush were doing their last few possessions, especially on the penalty kill, is they were using the whole 30 and then getting their offense off the floor, not giving any chance for Vancouver to run transition down the floor on them.
Messenger with another face-off win will carry the ball through the middle. Into the middle for Rubish, who took a shot. Rubish looking for his first goal of the year. He can't buy one there.
Oh, Ruby Tuesday, can't buy one. He's got a goal in every one of his NLL seasons, and he doesn't have one yet this year.
Hey, all I can say is that I don't have one either. It's my first game, though. Reese Dutch back to Conway at the point. He's inside the restraining line, going to try the middle, throws it on the net. What a shot there is coming through as Logan Schuss, and Schuss has a big stop by Aaron Bold to contend with as Saskatchewan brings it back the other way. 16-9, Saskatchewan leading Vancouver. 8:42 to go here in the fourth quarter. McIntosh onto the floor. Stick in his left hand, takes a shot, and it goes off the post. He slowed up, did McIntosh, and then hit it off the base to the post. Ball trickles all the way back to Aaron Bold. He'll play it up that left wing side for McIntosh. Is he gonna try again? Starts to head to the middle, tries to get a pick from Knight. Now goes back to the middle for Knight, and then the ball is swatted off a couple of players. Simultaneous touch goes over the glass and out of play. 8:14 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. Saskatchewan leads Vancouver 16-9. This is the National Lacrosse League. Live on 98. Back Outside SaskTel Center, hard hitting is one of the understatements of the night. Todd Joyce between the benches. Some good news for Rush fans.
Well, if you're tuning in through Twitter, you can see that Jeremy Thompson's back out on the floor. He took a nice shot up high, so he's been stretching out to shoulder area, neck, stuff like that, but he's good to go. He gave me a wink on the way by, and he's ready to roll.
All right, good news for the Rush as play whistled back in. Stealth bring the ball up the floor into the right wing corner. Gonna look for some magic. Shot right on. Stopped there by Bold on the restart. 8 minutes to go. Thompson is back on the floor. He picks up the ball and gets a rousing ovation from the Saskatchewan Rush fans. He plays it up to Kyle Rubish on the left side. Rubish gonna stay on the floor as Marty Dinsdale comes on, as well as the offense for the Saskatchewan Rush. Ball far side for Church. Church on the left wing plays it back. Shot by Jones is right on. Stopped by the tender. Tyler Richards who will feed it up for the Stealth on the right wing side. That's Matt Beers. Beers near side for Conway. Conway going to flip back towards center, and then he'll head back into the Saskatchewan zone. Leaves it there for McCreary. For Dutch. Dutch for Small. Far side. Looking for an opening. Shot right on. Aaron Bold with his right hand is able to stop the ball, and it comes back to the Stealth though. Played down low for Dutch. Dutch gets it off the carom, takes a shot right on. What a goal scorer's goal by Reese Dutch, who was able to take the ball off the carom from the boards and walk in and score.
Well, it looked like the Rush defenders were going to be able to come up with that loose ball, and they didn't, and they paid for it. As Reese Dutch picks it up in the corner, has a free lane right to the net. He goes airborne and takes it far side past Bold. 5-hole, 6-goal game.
6:59 to go in the fourth quarter for Opa Restaurants in Saskatoon. 16-10, the Rush lead the Stealth. Thompson back in the circle. Gonna win the draw. Well, I tell you, that is great to see him back out on the floor as he took such a huge hit. Ball loose in the Vancouver zone.
Yeah, I think Vancouver might have got away with a handball there.
6:43 to go as the goaltender gets upended.
That'll be a penalty.
And the Rush are going to be in the sin bin. In the meantime, goaltender to the bench in Tyler Richards, and the Stealth will go 6-on-5. 6:32 to go in the fourth quarter. Stealth trying to draw closer, trailing by 6 at 16-10 Saskatchewan. Dutch plays it far side, now near side for McCready, pardon me. Far side, shot right on, save off the stick of Ryan Wagner. He'll scoop up the rebound and collect on the right wing side. Gonna slow things down. 6-on-5, delayed penalty coming up against Saskatchewan. McCready has it, plays it near side for Reese. He'll shoot, scores! Cross floor pass, tic-tac-toe, big goal by the Stealth.
Well, that was just a really good look. The Stealth are on the
What's the hardest you've ever been hit?
Stealth are on the 6-on-5 there as the Rush had a delayed penalty coming, and Reese Dutch finds him on the far side of the floor, and that's just a quick stick. Bold has no time to get back over, and that's a big one for the Stealth. Is, you know, they need to start pouring it on here. 6 minutes left, almost a goal a minute is what they need.
And Chris Corbeil obviously saw what you did when it came to the hand pass, asks the official about it to no avail, but the bench is up in arms with Saskatchewan below us. 16-11, the Rush lead Vancouver. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Messenger wins another draw. He's been great tonight.
Yeah, not only is he winning them, he's winning them clean to himself.
Rush come in on the fast break as Matthews going to scoop up the rebound. Big save by Tyler Richards right after the Stealth had scored. And Curtis Knight comes onto the floor for Saskatchewan. 5:41 to go. Going to run down the shot clock as best they can. Ben McIntosh has the ball back to Knight. Knight loads, fires, he misses. Picked up by Vancouver, and the Stealth look for the long lead pass, and they'll get it right onto the stick of Justin Salt. He's got a goal thus far tonight, and he'll spin it near side for Schuss. Schuss off the bench, goes far side. 5:17 to go in the fourth. Into the middle for Schuss. He can't come down with it, and it's cleared away by Brett Mitski. Up to Cornwall in transition. 5:08 to go. Saskatchewan with the ball on the left side of the floor. The Rush in front of the Stealth, 16-11. Played near side for Jones off the bench. For Matthews. Matthews battling pink eye a week ago, seems to be better tonight. Ball to the middle for Church. Save made by Vancouver, fresh 34 Saskatchewan, 4:48 to go. Church, ball in the middle of the floor, stops, plays to Matthews. Matthews for Church, he signals his teammate Dinsdale to go to the middle. Church now makes a move, hits the post as he danced into the middle of the net, and it was stopped by Richards and the post. Vancouver back the other way, 16:11 to go. They bring the ball into Saskatchewan territory. Cliff Smith. There's a goal tonight, the Surrey native. Survives a check and now gets mixed up in the crosshairs with Matt McGrady. Plays it for McCready back, 4:13 to go. Vancouver contemplating pulling the goaltender. Conway steps on. Conway, stick in right hand, trying to get around, flips a backhand shot, ball loose at the top of the crease. Cornwall has it after the save by Bold. Messenger going to bring it into the zone and slow things down. Takes a couple of chops, but still waiting, and now going to play it back near midfield for Jones. For Matthews, 3:45 to go in the fourth. Plays it back for McIntosh. Down low for Church. Pardon me, that's Curtis Knight on the left side. Knight back to Matthews, into the middle, looking for McIntosh. Pass fails to connect. Now a shot that goes off the lid of McIntosh with 3:30 to go. We'll get a stoppage and a change of possession. 16-11, Saskatchewan leads Vancouver. This is the National Lacrosse League. You're watching tonight on Twitter.
Missed the action in the NLL last weekend? Maybe you want a little analysis. Mia Gordon and Tyson Geik break things down twice a week in the NLL's flagship show, The Box. Catch all of the highlights, scores, and exclusive interviews in both our pre- and post-game episodes every week on NLLTV.com.
Hold up, wait a minute, 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 hold up, wait a minute.
He's got Digby on the take, scores.
Now back over to Dane Smith with a shot. Hit the goal post inside, he scores!
Afraid you might miss out on the big stories from your favorite team? Well, not to fear, the NLL newsletter is here. All you have to do is subscribe to the new NLL newsletter, and you'll get weekly updates from everything that is happening around the league. What are you waiting for? Subscribe today.
Okay.
That's final.
SaskTel Center is sold out and rocking tonight. 15,045 are here. Todd Joyce, I don't even know if you can hear me, but they're talking amongst themselves at floor level.
It's a little bit loud, you know it. So down here at the break, Thompson was coming off beers from Vancouver, was checking in. This is a small cohesive group, not only just the Rush, but all teams. So they were checking in, making sure that Thompson is really as good as he says he is. So they gave a thumbs up and we're good to go. They showed it on the replay here, so if you were fortunate enough to see it, you'll see what happened, and I'm sure it'll be something they'll talk about for the rest of the week.
Thanks so much, Todd Joyce, between the benches tonight. Yes, you can watch your radio on Twitter tonight. That's how it's working through 98 Cool and Twitter. Great partnership with the National Lacrosse League. So no matter where in the globe you're tuning in, pleased to bring you the action from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan tonight. Robert Church misses a pass in the offensive zone. Saskatchewan is content to run out the clock as best they can. Church's shot is on, and it's stopped by Beers, and Matt Beers from Coquitlam, British Columbia, brings it through the middle of the floor. Vancouver to set up the offense. Beers still with the ball, plays it back for Conway as the goal for Vancouver now empty. 16-11, Saskatchewan leading Vancouver. Conway looks to shoot. He had a shooting lane, instead dishes off for McCready. McCready for Dutch, now back to Dutch. Dutch, far side, shot right on. Aaron Bold with the save. Trying to pick it up as Thompson. No one can find it until it's scooped up by Matt McGrady. And Saskatchewan will bring it up the floor. Near side for Matthews. What a job he does to corral that high pass. Now looks to try to get some space as the offense comes onto the floor. Matthews takes a chop, brings the ball near the net, Matthews still just killing time. 13 seconds to go. Ball to Keenan. Back for Jones. Jones, wicked shot, big save. Tyler Richards kicks it out and looks for the long lead feed. $1:43 to go in the fourth quarter for Opa Restaurants tonight here at SaskTel Center. Goaltender to the bench for Vancouver. 98 seconds to go in the ball game. McCready has the ball just at the NLL logo right at center here at SaskTel Center. Reese Dutch now plays it far side, near side. McCready, and he'll bounce it through the wickets of Aaron Bold, and it's 16-12 now.
Well, we mentioned McCready. You know, he's been playing a lot of defense, just the lineup issues that the Stealth have been having, but really his spot is up front, and that's his hat-trick goal tonight, and he's just really good around the net. Ends up finding the spot there, beats Bold, and it's now a 4-goal game with 1:20, and it's going to have to be fast and furious here for the Stealth if they have any chance.
Absolutely, and they have done a nice job of finding momentum at times when it looks real tricky. 1:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. Another face-off. Messenger battling there with McCready, who just scored, and the ball is loose right at the Rush logo at the center of the field. McCready has the ball knocked away from him. Now it's going to be collected by the captain, Chris Corbeil. Corbeil going to take it for a cruise in his own end and look for a long lead feed. Finds it. Big hit, though, as taking a wallop was Johnny LaFontaine. He's slow to get to his feet. Stealth bring the ball into Saskatchewan territory. Under a minute to go. Crossfield pass goes for no one, and it's played up near side for Matthews. Goaltender just coming back into the net, and Matthews is going to slow it up. 22 seconds to go. Matthews by himself in the offensive zone. Takes his time. Matthews, ball comes out of the stick. Loose on the floor. Now he takes a whack at it. His bodies are about to fly. Chris Corbeil, the goaltender's in the corner. This is wild. Rush Nation, bring it home. They got to entangle now below us, Casey.
Yeah, well, that accomplished exactly what you wanted if you're the Rush. All you cared about there was killing the 30, getting your defense on the floor, and running this game out.
30 seconds to go in the game. Timeout being taken by Vancouver as they'll look for a final push. They trail by 4, 16-12, but they also have the knowledge, Casey, that Calgary was a winner tonight.
Well, they were, and you know, I guess you could take solace in that if you are the Stealth, but certainly you wanted to win, and you know that'll put them at 4-4 on the road. They have a pretty good road record. It's been at home where they've done their biggest struggles, but the Rush will stay undefeated at home is the bigger story, and put them one step closer to their ultimate goal, which is first in the Western Conference.
Absolutely, and of course the Rush back on the floor next Saturday night. Tickets are available, fans. Yes, sold out tonight, but you can get a ticket for next Saturday night. Going to be the hottest one in town. Go to Ticketmaster.ca, and don't forget the Rush LAX camp next Sunday, April the 23rd, Saskatoon and Regina. The whole province can get together for this great sport. They've got a great camp that you can find all about by going online to the Rush's website, saskrush.com. 20 seconds to go. Fans are on their feet, benches on their feet. 4-goal lead for Saskatchewan, looking to wrap this thing up. Ball played to Vancouver. They'll bring it across the floor. 20 seconds and ticking to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball played near side for Reese Dutch. Tries the far side for Small. Small takes a shot that's off the end boards. Ball collected by the Rush, but the Stealth able to get it back. Aaron Bold going to jump on it. Clock going to expire. 2, 1. Bring it home. Saskatchewan Rush wins 16-12, improved to 10-4 on the season, but are going to be back here for some more home cooking in the playoffs as they'll clinch a home playoff berth. The Rush beat the Stealth tonight, 16-12 here at SaskTel Center. Casey, what a game.
Well, it is, and the story is Rush Nation, really. They play so well here at home against a team who's given them trouble. Like I say, the only team that beat them twice last year, and they already had one against them this year, and for a team who's been a cellar dweller in the Western Conference, who's now fighting for their playoff lives this year. But the Rush, they really adjusted from the last time they played them. They were getting out on the sticks tonight and contesting those shots from outside, and they didn't give up transition.
And when the Rush do that, they're always going to be successful.
Well, big week next week for the Vancouver Stealth. They take on Calgary. Of course, the two are even now in the Western Division for the final playoff spot. The Saskatchewan Rush return to the floor next Saturday night when they host the New England Black Wolves right here at SaskTel Center. Great job, Casey Guerin. Todd Joy's between the benches. This is National Lacrosse Action and Saskatchewan Rush on Twitter and 98 Cool.
Hello everyone, Mia Gordon and Tyson Geik here from NLL Productions, and we want to thank you so much for tuning in to our Twitter Game of the Week this week between the Saskatchewan Rush and the Vancouver Stealth. Man, it has been loud in there.
Wow, what a crazy turnout at the SaskTel Center. Fantastic to see what Rush Nation has done and what they have become, and they have really been the seventh man for that team in Saskatoon.
Fans, there's not much left in the season, but we do have a very exciting Twitter Game of the Week for you next week. It will be taking place in Colorado as the Mammoth welcome the Rochester Nighthawks to town. All the action gets underway Saturday, April 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, the Colorado Mammoth have a good spot in the West Division right now, but still looking to up their playoff chances, while the Rochester Nighthawks will be battling it out for their playoff lives. So lots on the line in that next Twitter Game of the Week.
You're not going to want to miss it. Of course, you can catch all the action live at the NLL Twitter page.